That's where all my frags are pretty much at this point. I mean, I have my Cattleya miniature that grows outside, but right now it's pretty dormant, so I just leave it there, do its thing. But this is my frag Indian Fire. I have another one that's a cross, which is supposed to have red flowers. I don't know if I have the name. This is Michelle Tremblay times Elizabeth Castle. It's not doing all that well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it wants personally. This one didn't do anything when I bought it in spring. And it's also supposed to have red flowers. Another frag. And this one is Green Hornet times Inca Fire. And it did nothing for virtually 3-4 months. And then finally, it grew this nice growth here. But I think it's one of the more active growing ones at the time being, and it drinks a lot of water. I constantly have to water it. It's in, most of my orchids are in a mixture of either clay pellets or lava rock. And I've put a top dressing of sphagnum moss. I don't know. I feel that it helps them somehow root better. And I've added some blood bone meal on top, just like what Edmund of Ed's Orchids does. I'm just waiting to see what it does. Certainly it's helped some, and some others, for whatever reason, I don't know, are just very slow. But I don't think it has anything to do with the bone meal. I think they're just a bunch of plants that are a pain in the butt. Eventually, I think when they adapt, they'll start growing again. But for now, I just have to put up with their slow growth habit. This is a new one that I just acquired. It's a Covacii hybrid, and it's let's see, Phragmipedium perfluora's angel. So it's supposed to have some pink flowers. It's not my favorite Covacii hybrid, but I couldn't pass it up. It was such a good deal, and the plant was so healthy. It has 3 growths on it, and they're all actively growing right now, so I'm pretty happy. I repotted it again in a bit of clay pellets and some sphagnum moss, and it's got its blood and bone meal dressing, and that's all. I'm just letting it do its thing and watering it with clean water, and that's it. I can't read that. Terrace times Green Hornet, I think. I think it's going to wind up looking a lot like a Phragmipedium, I think. It seems to have that habit. And this one is actually growing in water culture. I just tried it out just to see for the fun of it. And the roots are doing really, really well. I don't know if I can put some more lights on that. But they're growing, and they're happy as clams in the water level. So for now, I'm just leaving it be, and I don't fertilize it much. I don't use the bone meal on this one, but I just give it a light fertilizing, and it seems happy enough. Probably my fastest growing frag, or at least one of my fastest frags, is just this guy. And I'm really proud because all these growths really just came out this year. Whoops. Phragmipedium. This has bloomed in the past, but I'm talking about 3-4 years ago. I nearly lost all this plant. I just had one growth left on it, but now it's grown 1, 2. It's grown so many growths this year. All these are new. Like this is new. This is new. And if I keep turning it around, this is new, and this is new. So there's 4 new growths this year. And the leaf color is just great. I'm very happy with this one. And the flowers are quite lovely. This is supposed to look like Sorcerer's Apprentice. And it does. I've managed to bloom it. I bought it in bud and then I rebloomed it once. But then it went downhill for whatever reason. And now it seems happy. And I repotted it this spring. And the roots were amazing. They look just like when Edmund from Ed's Orchids unpots his frags. It looked just like that. And I think it's the first frag I've ever had looking like that on the root level.